Just going to give the chickens some food so you can see our chickens here with us today and bring them up to this area. We have, I'm out of breath because it's very hot today and I've been digging, but we have 1,500 square meters dedicated to our chicken farm. We would love to sell eggs, but we're realizing that it's possible that we need to think differently about using our chickens like we did in the old farm, but scaling it up. This field is fantastic. It has lots of tree cover. A lot of the trees need a little bit of cutting back in some areas. Whoopsie, somebody got scared. It's because there was a bird above. We've got some crows coming in now, which is great, by the way. If you have crows near your birds, welcome them. They keep birds of prey away. So the plan now is to consider how these chickens are going to help us. My biggest issue right now is maintaining the moisture in my crop field and flower field. It's a real challenge. We get baking sun now between 2 and 7 p.m. every day. And it's basically when we're watering, we're just losing so much water just through evaporation. So step one for us, just in the short term, is to use the mulch that the chickens have been turning over for us in this field and layer that into the field to suppress weeds and prevent evaporation of water. So if we want to water in the mornings, we can, and the soil surface isn't drying out. So that's the first way they can start helping us. The second step is obviously they provide us with eggs for food. Hello girls. Hello girls. Is to use this space rather than just leaving our chickens here all day in their chicken tractors and then collecting their eggs and cleaning them out. Let's put them to work. In the last farm, they turned over all our winter compost for us and broke it down so it was usable for our vegetable farm. And unfortunately, we couldn't bring it with us. It was just that one thing I would have loved to have brought over in sacks, and we just couldn't. Didn't have the time and even the capacity to do that. So I'm thinking now for next year, what can we do? So I think what we're going to do is start looking at this field, planning it out, separating areas, growing some plants that complement the chickens like marigolds, disease protective plants, having some areas where we grow some really beautiful wildflowers and weeds that the chickens can have access to certain points in the year, maybe spring, to feed up when their egg laying is really sort of quite extensive and fierce after a winter in a mulch. So we really feed them with nutrition. And then we're going to have a composting site here, and we're going to have a turnover site. So when we are collecting any of our green waste as well, and some of our waste from the farm, we're going to put that there, and on a daily schedule, let the chickens use that area, turn over the waste and turn it into compost to speed up the process. So that's the big plan. But the first step, obviously, for me is the flower field. We started really late in the year. We were moving. I've got seedlings that need to go in the farm. The irrigation system isn't ready. We're struggling to work in the heat in the day. We have very small windows where we feel we can do the physical work. And those are the same windows that we're working with the animals. But let's see what we can do. And let's see what I can achieve for this video and show you how far I've progressed. All right, girls. Hello, Jemima. Enjoy. Hello, Petal. So at the moment, not all of the field is planted out. We've got 2 large dahlia beds. We've got some mixed flower beds, and we've also got the beds down there. We haven't planted out those beds yet, but they're ready. I'm not sure we're going to fill them all this year. I might be completely wrong. It's just that we are a little bit behind and we're doing our best. We're also putting some complementary planting here and some vegetables. So these are the sites that we will mulch now. just want to show you the mulch here. Maybe come out of the sunlight a bit, and you can see, if I just take this here, you can see, you know, we're not looking for compost here. It will become compost when we renew the beds, but at the moment this is just such a fantastic resource, and it's full of goodies. It's broken down enough that it's not going to overwhelm our plants with oh, there's mosquitoes coming for me in here. I can see them. Oh, I'm covered. Anyway, you get the gist. I'm going to keep moving. So we're down in the flower field, which is just south of the house and some of the other fields on the farm. This field was actually gifted to us as part of the sale of the property, which was amazing. It's the field that they originally would grow all of their family vegetables in back along, and it's a fantastic space. The field is nice and level. There is actually a river just across the lane. However, what we're realizing is that with the shift in the seasons and the sort of climate temperatures here, the soil gets very baked. The summers here now appear to be a lot hotter, and then you just get these storms in between, and rainfall seems to be a lot more irregular. So we are noticing that with a granite, very sandy soil, drainage is a bit of an issue for us. The soil isn't retaining water and it isn't soaking in. So obviously, like I mentioned before, when we were up at the chicken enclosure, we are collecting mulch to place down in this field. We're also using weed suppressant to help our really young plants, and it is a little bit of a challenge because obviously weed suppressant is black and it really heats up the soil, and it can really challenge those new little roots. So we've been using covers as well. So what we're going to do now, thankfully from Troy, he collected a huge sack of mulch from the field this morning when it was cool and suffered the mosquito bites, and then we both had to bring it down on a wheelbarrow, which was hilarious because it kept falling off the wheelbarrow, and it was just a two-man job. But it's here, so we're now going to mulch the field.
You can do this one, yeah? If I spread some in there.
Going to tell you what happened. So basically this is the challenges of trying to have animals and a vegetable flower field. So go on, tell us.
Okay, so Lily come down and said there was no water. The water stopped. So I thought, okay, luckily today I've been and checked the well, and the well is nice and full. So I'd have panicked else if I thought, oh my God, the water ran out. So I knew exactly what was wrong then. The goats had got into the other little section of our barn, the baby goats. And what they like to do is climb up the wood and walk along a ledge, and where the motor is, there's quite a big switch to switch the motor on and off. And they must have rubbed it and they knocked it off.
Oh, the baby.
The babies. So I knew I had a 99% knew what the problem was, and
Yeah.
yes, they knocked this switch down.
Yeah,
So they turned the motor off. That's all it was.
brilliant.
Thankfully.
We're always grateful for those things.
Yeah,
So.
for the little things like that, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, right, we can get back on things.
Golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
I really wasn't sure if this was going to make much difference. This is the newly mulched area. You can see it's darker because it was dug up today. And this I mulched about a week ago, and it's been sun-baked today, this mulch. So you see it's a lot drier here. And then this is where we don't have mulch, and it rained 2 days ago, and you can see there's a lot of grit and granite that's broken down in the soil, and that doesn't help because that increases the heat in the soil. So that surface is always drying out way too quick for us to cope with. So I thought, this first time I'm going to do this, we're going to see on the one that I mulched a week ago how it's faring up in terms of moisture. And it's not a really thick layer because I kind of run out, so I can see there, look at the moisture difference. So that will cut down. This isn't about not watering the plants and just relying on the rain. It's about having the irrigation system on less, isn't it?
Yeah.
For fewer episodes. And
Right,
not
conserving
wasting.
water
Yeah, not wasting the water.
Yeah, stopping evaporation.
Yeah,
Best we
because ideally we might irrigate in the evening because we don't seem to be getting a lot of snails and slugs in the field, but we've got to be a little bit careful with pests as well and weed control, so this could work. It's been such, hi guys, back in the video. It's taken me a few days to get across on these videos and finish the mulching video. Just to let you know, it's been a fantastic day. we welcomed a baby goat into our little Wild Trails farm this morning. We had a little bit of a moment where we thought that Lena had another goat that she hadn't birthed, and I had to investigate. Never done that before, but we think everything's good, so that's brilliant. And now I'm just in the field, a little bit sad in the field. The storms have obliterated some of my young plants and some have actually died. Bit gutted about that, but I'm just going to turn you around. And so these just went in just before 3 storms, and you can see that it just tore a lot of them apart. They're struggling, but these ones are looking better. We've got some sweet peas flowering over there. The zinnias have started flowering. I'm sure I've got a lot more zinnias to come in, so I'll work on that. Some dahlias are flowering. So yeah, it's, you know, it is my first year, and I did move house, and to be honest, I just feel like, you know, really doubtful all the time. But in the next video I'm going to be talking about getting my plant passport. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed our little mulching experiment. Not that we really needed mulching this week because we had 3 huge storms. I think 8 mils of rain fell on us yesterday, and I really appreciate the water. I've filled up the IBCs a little bit, but a bit sad about my baby plants, my straw flowers, but you know, this is how it's going to be. And I watch people on Instagram a lot, and they are always sharing the roller coaster of loss with plants. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and pop us a comment below and we'll be reading your comments, responding, and putting up some more content soon. Take care. Bye.
Bring me into golden sunlight.